Welcome to Pulse episode 66. It is in fact, once again, time for some general Blizzard and Diablo news. In just a moment, we're going to take a look at the possibilities of a Blizzard University being opened sometime in the future, another Facebook-like update, a ton of other cool fan art, a few words from Max Schaefer, a little more information on the Diablo 3 beta, and lots of other good stuff. Let's get started. Gamasutra has put up yet another article containing yet another interview with yet another Blizzard big shot. Frank Pierce has a nice long talk about all the difficulties Blizzard has in trying to find top talent for their always demanding jobs. What has got to be the biggest and probably most interesting part of this interview has got to be the possible solutions they're thinking of. Frank had the following to say. So we've got a presence at GDC to find some good talent, and we're trying to figure out what's the best way we can nurture and grow some of our own talent internally. We're talking about what the Blizzard equivalent would be to Pixar University, if we can do anything like that to try to grow the talent. Obviously, a project and vision of that magnitude would have to be something that was built over the course of years. That's not something you can put together in weeks or even months. We have a learning and organizational development department in Blizzard. One of our corporate values is to learn and grow, so that department is part of that commitment to make sure that people have the opportunity to advance in terms of their skill sets in the online space. So yeah, it's definitely something that we're looking at, and we want to make sure if it's something that makes sense for Blizzard. Whether it's something as ambitious as Pixar University, or if it's something more modest in scale and scope. Blizzard may well have started off modest, but hey, I'm almost sure anything they start up nowadays will be far from it. Frank Pierce mentioned that Blizzard currently hosts regular sessions at its offices called /learn, where the company has either internal experts or sometimes external experts to come to hold very GDC-like sessions for their employees. It's a good start, and it does sound pretty amazing. I'm starting to feel like Blizzard is probably the best place to work in the entire world. Especially after seeing those tours of their campus in Irvine. Would you want to be given the opportunity to study at the Blizzard University? If I was in that field of work, I most definitely would. There was obviously a lot more said by Frank Pierce, so if you want to check all of it out, you can do it over at Gamasutra or just check the links below. The guys and girls from over at PC Gamer put Blizzard under a microscope recently to inspect the people that were involved in the company before and what they've gone off to do in the industry now. It's difficult to measure what exactly Blizzard's effect on the gaming industry has been, but one glance at this monster-sized image they've set up tells you that it is pretty big. Check it out and explore it. Every game on the chart, yes, each of those dots, had at least one Blizzard employee working on it. Everything from casual adventure games to hardcore shooters to big-name MMOs, they're everywhere. The article and chart were done to honor Blizzard's 20 years in the business. Quite a fitting tribute if you ask me. See the full thing below, courtesy of PC Gamer. With that done, let's finally head on over to the Diablo news. Ah yes, the next set of Facebook like updates are upon us. It seems like the crazy surge of likes on the Facebook fan page has slowed down somewhat, but most definitely not totally diminished. First up, we have yet another concept, this one of the Witch Doctor skill, Horrify. Quite frightening indeed. Next we have a screenshot that we've most definitely seen before in some form or another. The screenshot features a demon hunter firing a bolo shot at a pair of cultists who are already chained together by an entangling arrow. Even though it seems so familiar, the screenshot is still worth a look. We're nearing the 750,000 like mark, so keep checking back here or over at the Diablo Facebook fan page for more updates soon. The next and second DiabloCast episode is out. You can once again listen to Force from over at Force Strategy Gaming and Sixon from Diablo fans talk about the latest and greatest in the world of Sanctuary for no less than 30 minutes. They cover various topics including, but not limited to, the PvE and PvP balance, the new art and screenshots, Blizzard's latest endeavors and their latest video contest, and even the Diablo 2 ladder reset. All that and more, check it out right here on YouTube. A few more fan art watch posts are out and looking good as ever. Last week in fan art watch number 83, Diablo Inc. gamers had a look at a few pretty cool Witch Doctor images that are, as most Diablo 3 themed images are, quite exciting. In the next fan art watch, number 84, we skip back almost a decade to Diablo 2. Diablo 2 and Paladins to be exact. In this post there are some truly amazing pieces, some truly epic battle shots, and some of my absolute favorite from Diablo Inc. Gamers fan art forums thus far. Check them out, and you can see my personal favorite on your screens right now. You can head on over to the Diablo Inc. Gamers fan art forums to support the artists and get the full-size versions of these images too. The guys or girls from over at the Charge Shot blog recently had a chat with someone that's been in the public eye quite a lot recently, Max Schaefer. If you don't know Max Schaefer, he founded Blizzard North and co-founded Flagship Studios and Runic Games. His resume includes games such as Diablo, Diablo 2, Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, and Hellgate London. Yes, some people don't even know that the Diablo idea was pitched to Blizzard Entertainment by him and his team. The article itself, while only a small part of it is about Diablo or Blizzard, is still a great read and full of insights and quotes from Max himself. As you can expect, most of it is in fact about the Torchlight series, its conversion to consoles and how that slowed Torchlight 2's production down, and the plans, the ever-evolving plans of a Torchlight MMO. Okay, enough teasing, on to the Diablo talk then. Schaefer had the following to say on Diablo 3 and its impending release. People have mentioned the imminent Diablo 3 from the time we started the company, and it's certainly something that we've thought about a lot. It's just kind of always hanging out there, but I think that's true for everybody. I think that very few people are making an entirely new genre with their new games, so in a sense, they are competing with the big hitters no matter what they make. He then just added that he really hopes Blizzard doesn't push out Diablo 3 before Torchlight 2 goes gold, but not for the reasons you'd think. He says that everyone at Runic is most definitely going to be picking up Diablo 3 on day one, and that it may well slow down their own production even more. Yes indeed, absolutely everyone out there is a Diablo fan it seems. He quickly mentioned though that from a business standpoint he's definitely not too worried, saying the following. The action RPG genre is still pretty thin. I think that there is more demand than there is product. I think there are enough differences that we can coexist, but it certainly is something that you can't ignore. Some other snippets of information we can glean from this interview include that Runic seem to want to avoid setting up a subscription-based MMO when they do head into that direction. How Schaefer credits his brother Eric for the amazing loot system used in Torchlight, obviously carrying over from the amazing ones they created for the Diablo series, and lastly, how they're still aiming for a late summer release for Torchlight 2. There really is a ton of great info here, and any hack and slash fans out there, any RPG fans out there, hell, even any Blizzard fans out there should probably give this one a look. You can find it below, as I mentioned, courtesy of Charge Shot. Bashiok recently answered a quick question about Diablo 3 beta keys. How will Blizzard be sending us those keys? Will they be emailed to our registered email address, or will the game just mysteriously appear on our accounts one day? He said that unless we're actively seeking a beta invite through various promotions, contests, etc., or have attended BlizzCon, then our only chance is to get an invite through the Battle.net beta opt-in. If selected through the beta opt-in, there's no key involved and beta access is automatically added to your Battle.net account. You will receive an email informing you of that, not one containing a key though. Once again, a little snippet of information I couldn't help but not mention. But there you have it, keep your eyes peeled and watch out for those scams. As a little extra to this, a fan recently made a pretty decent effort to try get some beta news out of @Diablo. Needless to say, he did in fact get rejected. But hey, he gets points for trying. @Diablo replied by saying the following. Straight up, we're not ready to make any announcements. Keep in mind that we were told to expect a beta announcement, or some talk about the beta at least, during the next quarterly Activision Blizzard conference call, which is set to take place in the month of May. Yes indeed, any beta news, or even mentions are welcome. Check those out below. It seems like there are in fact quite a few dedicated Diablo players in the StarCraft 2 map making community. Diablo fans points out in one of their latest posts that our baby Diablo has made quite a few appearances in StarCraft 2. More than one would have imagined, as most of these appearances are fan-made. In their post they cover a few pretty cool looking Diablo maps or mods that are either in development or available for play on the Battle.net servers already. Diabolical Hero Siege, Diablo The Curse of Tristram RPG, and even a really cool looking Diablo based UI. Some pretty interesting stuff, and well, I guess we need stuff like this to keep us busy and entertained till our precious Diablo 3 beta starts. Great post and well worth checking out. Big thanks to Diablo fans for looking out for us like this. You can find the full post linked below. A quick mention for all the Diablo 2 fans out there. It is something you probably all know already, though. I reported last week that the Diablo 2 ladder was in fact going to be reset this week, and hey presto, we have our reset. As Blizzard promised, the 28th rolled by, the servers went down, and when they returned, the reset had been completed. Great to see Blizzard listening to the fans and getting things done on time. If you were planning on rolling a new ladder character, perhaps a heroic one, you'd best get started. Let's head on over to the Diablo 3 Smalls. First up in the Diablo 3 Smalls, you can check out Forum Watch number 66 over at Diablo Inc. Gamers, Wind, Minimum Levels and Hardcore Stories. Next, Forum Watch number 67, Podcasts, Live Chats, Interviews and more. Then we've got Caption This number 27, Furry Kitty, Amazon and Assassin. This is in fact quite a weird post, you've been warned. Then the Dark Library number 35, Endgame, and Is Bobby Kotick misunderstood? Lastly, a poll. How varied was your Diablo 2 PVM play experience? All those just mentioned can be checked out over at Diablo Inc. Gamers. Then over at Diablo Fans, we can check out Lord of Destruction's influence on Diablo 3, and there's a poll up about set items in Diablo 3. Let's head on over to the Diablo 3 questions and answers. When loot is dropped, will it be specific to the class you're playing, or will it be random, like a barbarian could get a wizard staff? Completely random. It helps make sure you're looking forward to the possibility of a drop for you, and facilitates trade. Can we expect screenshots of armor tiers we haven't seen yet prior to release? Probably a few more, but we want to keep most of them as a surprise. Will the defeated of the winning team in the arena remain dead in hardcore, even if the team wins? Current thinking would be that if you die in arena, you die regardless of the outcome. We'll have to see how it feels. Does the Demon Hunter's resource system of hatred and discipline interact with each other, or are they separate systems? We're not talking about the resource system just yet, beyond what's been said about the dual nature of the skills. And the last question. We've been discussing town portals recently. Are they completely out of the game, or are they in with restrictions? They're down, but not necessarily out. It's going to take a lot more playtesting to see if it causes any issues. That is all I have for you in the questions and answers section, and sadly, all I have for you in Pulse 66. Please keep checking back here soon for more always entertaining Diablo news, and remember, share this with as many friends as you possibly can. And do all the other stuff that you usually do. Thanks for watching. Most importantly though, happy Diabloing.